Forever. Dog.
Hey guys, Mary here, all alone in the studio. Before we get to part 3 of 50% angel, 50% devil, I just want to address some drama that has happened since our last episode. Apparently, some people aren't stoked on how me and Sally answered one of the cues. I will say that Sally went pretty hard on this question asker. I was slightly critical, maybe more understanding. But anywho, here's the question we received. And the complaint is that we, projected some negative traits onto this person that maybe did not line up with the source text. Okay, here's the question. Hi, Mary and Sally. I'm 37 years old and I have not had any type of romantic interaction since I was 30. In those 7 years, I have put on 75 pounds and my hair is thinning and balding. I suffer from depression, and because of my appearance, my self-esteem is as low as it gets. It has made me isolate to the world around me. Because of superficial reasons that I am embarrassed by, when I am in a social situation, I gravitate towards women that are between maybe 27 to 30 and who I feel are attractive. These conversations ultimately go nowhere. I think I was living in a fantasy, believing I was still around their age and still someone they might be attracted to physically. I have now come to the reality that I am literally a fat, balding, middle-aged man. I feel gross and ashamed. How could I work on my self-esteem? How do I come to the realization that I am no longer a part of the young and attractive crowd? And how does it feel when someone creepy, for lack of a better word, tries to flirt with you? Thanks for hearing me out, B. Well, anyways, Hayden Maxwell says we went way too hard on this guy. Let's hear from Hayden.
I just had a personal theory about one of the questions that just didn't line up with how she was responding. And we had a personal, text thread about this.
Yes.
And but I also think we got the letter and we looked it over, and it wasn't the things that you guys were responding to were kind of not in the text itself.
Right.
Know?
Yeah. We were coming with our own experiences.
Yeah. So I'm being vague. But
cool. Well, on that note.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be fair to get Hayden's perspective without, also talking to Sally about it. So here's that. Spoke to Hayden a little bit about, I told him that I was going to call you and, get an update, get a post-show take about 50% angel, 50% devil. And did he have any notes? And I prodded him to reveal that he thought we went a little hard on one of the people. Thoughts?
I've been thinking about that a lot, and obviously
I know you have.
Shut up. Hayden told me that he thought that it was this person that we know. Did he discuss this on the podcast? I mean, on this, you just talked to him?
In vague terms. He said, I have a theory about who it was, and then I don't think the listener would understand.
Okay, let me just recap then. So Hayden was like, listen, he texted me and you, and he said, I think you went really hard on this guy, and I think it's this person that we know. And immediately, my immediate response was very defensive, and I insulted him almost immediately. And I didn't exactly insult him, but to someone as insecure as me, insulting someone is just pointing out that they've made you feel badly. So This is what I did. I said, Hayden, how would you like it if somebody went on your podcast or texted you and said, hey, I think your opinion that you just did on your podcast that you talked about is wrong. How would you feel about that? It's not fair. It's just an opinion. They can't be wrong or right. And Hayden was like, okay. He was very sorry about that. He said, I feel really guilty, which, is another kind of guilt of insult. is to tell someone that they've made you feel guilty, because then they feel bad in turn. And so this is how Jewish people communicate.
I was not aware of the emotional depth that was going on in this text thread. Because to me, I'm just reading it as text in my voice, and I'm like, haha,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, imagine if someone went on your podcast and haha, and I was like, oh, I guess everyone's feelings are hurt.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel bad about reacting that way to it, but so, you know, when he said that it was somebody that he felt like it was somebody that we know, I immediately responded negatively, because I really don't want to hurt anybody that I know. And that made me think, well, then why should I feel okay about hurting somebody that I don't know? And what if this person that wrote into us, you know, is a good person, and he's not a creep, and he's not a bad guy. And so I felt badly about that. But then I started to think that, like, you know what? I have as much information as I was given. I don't have any more information. And that is how it made me feel. And it's not illegal to have opinions, especially when people are writing into you for your opinions. And I'm the devil.
You're the devil, and it's a comedy podcast. And so I think, you know,
and
I
there's
think
even
he's
more.
listening to the advice with that grain of salt.
Right. I hope so.
He's
But
probably
I did get
not like, Sally Burtnick wants me to rot in hell.
I didn't say that I wanted him to rot in hell. All I said was that you have a bad personality. and also, I was thinking about it a lot, and I was going over it with our friend Brett. And I was like, do you think this is this person? And Brett was like, no, absolutely not. He's like certain it was not him. So I'm back to not feeling guilty.
Cool.
I know. Isn't that great?
Yeah. Well, the response has been overwhelmingly positive. Everyone loves the 50% devil. Here's episode 3 of 50% angel, 50% devil. Blech. Hi, Sally.
Hi, Mary. It's me, Sally.
Hey, Sally. It's me, Mary.
I'm the devil.
I'm the angel.
Yay!
Yay. Cool.
This is our podcast.
Here's our podcast. We give advice.
Mm-hmm.
Sally, do you need any advice?
Yeah, I really want to get a gold. No, I want to get a fish, but like a big tank costs like a lot of money, and it seems to be like a lot of upkeep. So then I was thinking about getting a betta fish, but like it seems like you have to. They need a lot of like, you need to pay attention to them, and they're like weird. So should I get a fish?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Nice.
Do you need any advice from me?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my lover want to go on an overnight trip this weekend.
You adore this.
Where should we go?
Oh, fuck.
In the New York metro area.
Yeah, you gotta go to Beacon. You gotta go to Cold Spring. That's the couple's
Cold Spring might
destination.
be good. I've already been to both, so I'm tempted to go to a place I haven't been before.
Well,
but
you said New York
I've only
Metro.
been to Cold Spring once, so maybe that would be a fun thing to do.
They say that's like the place to go. Also, I would always suggest New Hope, Pennsylvania.
Ooh.
But if there's no car, you have a car, don't you?
He has a car, and well, we might. He's coaching a youth baseball game that's in Danbury, Connecticut.
Unbelievable.
On Sunday.
Mm.
So maybe not Pennsylvania. Maybe, probably more like along the Hudson, upstate New York, or Western Connecticut.
Well, why don't you find? I would like
Cold Spring is.
Cold Spring is like
would
the
be
couple's
good.
destination. I always wanted to go. Now I'm mad that we
You
never
can come
did.
with me and my lover.
You and your lover.
Come
and
with us.
I'll come with you guys.
I went there with Susan Casey once. It was really fun.
Wow.
Just on a day trip.
That's so nice.
So I didn't really do any nature stuff. I just went to the shops on the main drag where the train is. It was really, really fun. You
Really?
should just do a day trip with a friend. We went
Okay.
to a fudge place, and the guys that worked there were really fucking funny. I had
Oh
a-
shit! Did they make taffy?
I had
really
their
like
business
taffy.
card on my fridge for a million years, and I told them all about the Sopranos show and was like, "You guys have to come.
Yeah, you gotta come as the Sopranos.
You
It's
gotta
me, Barry, from
come.
3 years ago.
Remember?
Remember, it's me, Barry, with Benjamin Button disease.
They've both passed away.
No,
Okay, look. Okay, Cold Spring to Danbury, relatively short drive as far
that's
as
quite a short
as
drive.
far as drives
That's
go.
a very short drive. IMHO,
I might do
in my
that.
humble opinion.
I might do that.
I think you should. Cold
Pauling
Spring.
is also nice.
Where?
There's a good pizza place there in
Oh
Pauling.
yeah, Pauling. Yeah, yeah. I went there one time, or I was going to. Now I cannot remember. I feel like that's where my dad. Is that where Daryl Hall's concert hall is?
Yes.
Then,
yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
I've been there. My dad plays there all the time.
Oh my God. What is it called?
Daryl's
house. Daryl's place.
It's called Daryl's
Something
house,
like
I
that.
think.
God.
My daddy. Hi, daddy.
Hey, Daddy.
Hey, daddy.
Um,
Love it. So I should get a beta fish, and you should go to Cold Spring.
Okay.
Now let's solve these other people's problems.
Okay. Which one should we start with?
Let's start with this long one.
Okay.
Dear Mary and Sally, I'm a 27-year-old guy who's single for the first time in 6 years. My ex and I were best friends who could always make each other laugh. We broke up mutually in January because we both saw our lives moving in different directions. I really think it was for the best. Over the summer, I decided to try dating again. I don't think Tinder or Bumble even existed the last time I was single. Out of the girls I went out with, there were 3 that we really clicked, and the dates turned into short-lived quote-unquote relationships. I could have definitely seen myself going out seriously with any of them, but it would always fizzle out. Each girl kind of gave me similar reasons. Basically, I'm a lot of fun to hang out with, but I'm too jokey and not serious enough. And I guess that doesn't make for great relationship material. I like to goof on things and be silly, and I want my dates to be like that too. It's not like I'm always trying to be on or do a performance for them or anything. I like my personality though, and I know there's more sides to me than just my lighthearted one. Like with each girl, we'd go on fun different dates and have a good time. They all got a chance to see me in different scenarios, interacting in groups, etc. So my question is it ever okay to be someone else on dates? Should I try being more serious when I go out with people, or is that misrepresenting myself? I'm just putting out into the world what I want back from it. Sometimes it's hard for me to picture ever getting along with someone as well as I did with my ex. Thanks for listening.
Wow. Do you think we know this person?
Well, they're so well spoken, I simply must know them. Please hit me up. I'd love to be your pal.
This seems like a common comedian problem.
Yeah, it
Or I
does.
guess
It's really
also
hard.
Probably comedy fans must have similar.
Yeah, but this person's so
dispositions.
smart that, you know what? If you haven't done comedy, I say try your hand at it. I love the way you write. Well, it's so hard when you are dating somebody and you feel like you know, especially if it's another comedian, which it does seem maybe like it might be, and whatever if not. It's so hard because you feel like you know each other so well. And in the longer form of your letter, you wrote that, you know, you're pretty sure that no one will ever know you as well as this person does. And it's so difficult to see outside of that and see past that when that's the last experience that you had and it lasted for forever.
It's a long time.
Very, very long time. But the thing is that every person is so different, and you also have changed since you've broken up with your girlfriend.
Probably rapidly.
Probably very rapidly, and you're probably becoming more of your truer self than you were when you were with her because you were taking on aspects of her personality into your own. And every other person is different too. So the relationship that you have with your ex, the relationship that you had with your ex, and I'm sorry that it ended the way that it did, because in the longer letter he said that, or they said that that they don't speak anymore, and that's sad, and I'm sorry. But the thing is that every relationship that you're gonna have in the future with all kinds of people are going to be so drastically different from the one that you had with your ex. And when you, like I said before, the last person that I dated, I almost didn't go on a second date with him. And then I just because I wasn't really that into it. And then I all of a sudden decided to, and it became a really intense and it became a really intense and loving and important relationship. Before that, the person that I dated before that, my longer relationship, it was similar kind of thing where it took me so long to get to know this person, and I was so sure that I was never going to really know them, and I was just like hanging out with them or whatever. And then basically I woke up one day and I was like, oh fuck, I'm in love with you. And those two relationships, I love them both so much. And they were very intense relationships, and they are so different. The people are so different, and the relationships themselves were drastically different. So my advice is to not pigeonhole. I think it's early on, with your situation. And I think that don't pigeonhole the relationships that are yet to come by comparing them to the relationship that you just exited. You're going to get better, onward and upward, and just allow yourself to take time to know people, to get to know people.
For sure. I think to answer your cue, for sure, keep being yourself. Don't try to be a different person. Guess I'm thinking about the acting too silly, jokey, how to fix that. I guess maybe. Well, we don't really know the specifics, so maybe I don't know if it came up like these girls were trying to initiate a serious conversation, and you maybe were making jokes, and they felt like, oh, this isn't really the right time for that.
In the longer letter, sorry to interrupt, in the longer letter, he did say, he was like, I swear to God, I can read a room. I swear that I was not being inappropriate in situations where.
Got it.
It was a long thing, so I had to edit it. But I believe him. I really do. He was like, I swear that I am able to be serious and stuff, but it never felt like I had to be. And then they were just like, you're too much of a jokester. They just seem like stupid or something.
They might be stupid. I know it seems like a pattern, but it could just be randomly. It just happened this way with these three girls, and maybe you don't have a problem with not being serious enough. I think maybe the issue is that you need to disclose more. Maybe it's not that you're silly, but they're just like, oh, he hasn't really shared a lot of personal stuff.
Wow.
So we're not really getting to such an intimate level, which is, sort of in that time where you're deciding, do I want to keep dating someone? Yeah, that could be a turn off if you're not really digging too deep, I think.
Very, very good advice, Mary. That's a very good point. You do have to get vulnerable, like second date or something.
For sure.
Second date might be a little early, but I mean, he
could be awkward since you were just with someone for 6 years. So like all of your recent experiences are like, this one time, me and my ex.
Yeah, too much. You can't do it. After 6 years, it's almost like I feel like after the third date, you're allowed to talk about her a little bit. That's an intense relationship.
Right. And it's not like you're going to be like, this one time when we were having sex.
Oh, never do that. No matter what the situation is.
You can talk about things that happened in your life while you were dating the ex without being inappropriate or talking about her or conjuring comparisons.
Yeah, right. Don't do that.
Sometimes
it's hard. Yeah, sorry.
I guess. So you guys started dating when you were 21 at a similar age. I had a longtime boyfriend. We dated for 4 years, and I have to say kind of a similar thing. People I date, I'm always like, oh my God, I'm never going to meet anyone that was so. But the thing that I feel like I'm realizing about that, reading this question is, oh yeah, the reason that you're like so fucking similar is because you come together when you aren't really a fully formed person.
Yeah.
So you are taking on so many of the same characteristics and things. So yeah, you are going to find people that fit well. I've had long relations since that relation. So it is possible. Also, fun thing, I did reconnect with that person like in a friend way within the past year. And it was so weird in like a really cool way.
I think you told me about this.
Because I hadn't been speaking with him. Like nothing bad happened, but just like, what's to be gained?
Yeah.
It would be weird. It was so strange to talk to him because we were the same person,
Whoa,
like
my
same
God.
mannerisms. Like he would be saying like just the turn of phrases that I'd be like, oh my God, that's like what I say.
Right,
and I
yeah.
like haven't heard anyone say that
Yes.
in many years.
Mhm.
It's kind of cool and weird. It seems
Did it make
like
you feel like you missed him?
it felt like I was hanging out with myself or a twin or a sibling. It was like very surreal.
Yes. I have that with somebody that I dated when I was 15 to 18.
Yeah.
Like kind of on and off, but like because he lived in California and I lived here. But like when I talk to him now I'm like, whoa. It feels like it's my brother to me.
Yeah.
But he's hot though.
It kind of made me feel strange in a way because it made me think of people that I'm very close with now. For instance, your Sallys, your Nicks, your Sams.
Yeah.
And it like made me think like, oh, this guy like knows stuff about me that they don't know. And and also because I feel so intimate about that stuff. Like while I was talking with him, I was like, so Nick's been up to, wait a fucking second, you don't
even
know who that
Nick.
is?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
like,
crazy.
You should know who all my best friends are.
Right. Yes.
It was very surreal and cool. So I don't know what I'm getting at. I guess that it's really cool to have that kind of long-term relationship when you're a young person and you're going to have cool new relationships. And
you'll be able, you writer will be able to talk to D. They sign the name D. We'll be able to talk to her again. Don't worry. 6 years is a really long time. You honestly need like 3 years before you can like talk to her again. And also though, by the way, you are single for the first time in 6 years in January. Okay. So good idea to start dating again, but like give yourself some time.
Yeah, you don't need a girlfriend.
No, and my personal thing is like give yourself half the amount of time that you were dating to get over it.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
It probably doesn't need that long.
Well, 3 years is a long time for sure. But like but now I'm thinking like, right, like you don't have to talk to her give her some time. Don't rush right back into talking to each other because he wrote he's like, we can't talk.
Yeah. I remember my first year being a single person after my long-ago relationship.
Mm-hmm.
What a thrill.
It was a joy?
Yeah. It's
always a joy.
Well, earlier in the day, Sally, when you were saying that I'm a slut, I was like, I'm not though, because earlier in my life was when I was, and now I'm
and now you're good.
I'm pristine.
Right. Yeah.
True. Yeah, what a year.
I'm an on again, off again slut.
For sure.
I will always return to slutdom until I don't.
Yeah, I remember it being really fun and cool to be like, I can't believe I'm single now.
Yeah,
this is
right.
Wow. I'm
Yeah.
meeting like all these people. I
Yeah.
remember thinking that was a really cool novelty. So I think spend more time enjoying that.
Yeah, hang out with your friends. Don't worry about the girls. It sounds like you're getting laid. She said quote unquote relationship. So don't worry about it, Buster.
Yeah.
Get your rocks off, my guy.
Oh my God. Yeah, I think it sounds like you're doing fine. And
Go to an art museum by yourself. You're single.
It sounds like a cool time in your life.
It does. And you're so smart. You're my crush.
All right, let's do another one.
Mm.
Thoughts? Hi, Sally and Mary. I live in the Midwest, and I am currently trying to save money to move to Los Angeles to work in the entertainment industry. I'm working 2 minimum wage part-time jobs as well as a semi-frequent sub-minimum wage online freelance job. And the part-time retail job that has been my primary source of income has made me miserable for months. I love my coworkers and the perks are nice, but the customers are rude and conservative. The communication and management is chaotic. I'm on alert and on my feet all shift besides my lunch break. And the job is minimum wage, which means that even with the large number of hours I work, I still feel disappointed with my paycheck. My other job, while still minimum wage and hard work, is closer to my field and makes me feel fulfilled and satisfied at the end of the day. However, from experience, working that job alone only makes me enough to get by, let alone save money. So what do you think? Is it better to hunker down and keep going through it until I have a decent pocket of money set aside for the move? Or should I take the risk and find something more satisfying and fulfilling to help me save? Thanks.
Love it.
Love it. I think you should hunker down, TBH.
Absolutely. Me too.
I think put an end date, say by this month, this particular month, I'm going to quit that job, and then I think it will feel faster knowing that there's an end in sight. Especially your last month or two working there, you're going to be like, fuck it, I'm almost done.
Yeah.
Put a solid end date because make a bunch of money and move, get out
of there. And she wrote in her longer thing, she was like, Christmas is coming up and I am so fucking pissed that I have to work this Christmas season because I worked Christmas retail.
Does she get overtime?
She didn't say, but she is it's part-time. So she's not going to be getting overtime because I worked retail for forever. But I think that you need to say, this is how I moved to New York City. I said, I need to save $3,000. So I got a full-time retail job working in a fucking cold kitchen in a New Jersey Shore suburbs Whole Foods. And it was horrendous, baby. I hated my life. I was so ashamed to live every day. It was really bad. It made me feel bad about myself. But every day I'd be like, this is my bullshit life. This is my bullshit life. This is what I do so that I can make enough money to move to New York and live the kind of life that I know that I am able to live. And that's exactly what I did. So I would say
hunker down,
put a monetary value on how much you need to make. And that way you'll be like, you can literally be like, okay, I have to have these many more weeks and then I can quit.
Yeah.
Hunker down. You can't afford it. You can't like emotionally afford to have worked in this shitty retail job for this long to just quit now.
It's going to feel so good.
You're going to be so proud of yourself.
When you quit and have the money ready to move.
Yes.
That's going to be such a good feeling.
Yes. And I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for working through it.
Samesies. Mary and Sally, I have a huge crush on one of my closest friends. Is it one of us? I don't know.
I hope.
Any advice on how I cannot feel like an insane person around them and enjoy having and growing an actual friendship?
Fuck them.
Have sex with them.
Have sex with them immediately. It's a joy. They're already your friend. What's the worst that could happen?
I'm intrigued that this person is saying, how do I ignore the crush and be their friend?
God, I know exactly the kind of person.
Don't you feel like usually people would say, like, how do I trick them into dating me?
Yeah, because this is the sweetest, most pure angel in the world.
Yeah.
And they just don't want to hurt anybody ever.
This sounds like a good person.
Okay, if you really don't want to have a crush on them, okay, my advice, my 100% advice, Mary's eating cookies, by the way, if you're wondering what this sound is.
Can you hear it?
Please do it directly
They're pirouettes.
in the mic. Pirouette, tasty pirouette. If you got a chip bag, yeah.
Hard.
If you want to, I'll do it.
No.
Okay. My initial advice is to stink your tinker in their dinker.
Oh my God.
Have sex with your friend. Come on. It's a joy. And, it's great. But if you're like real worried that it's going to be the end of your world, then here's how you don't have a crush on somebody anymore. You concentrate on their worst qualities and the things that annoy you a little bit about them, and think about them every single time you think about how much you like them. It's literally like playing brain games with yourself, and it works. That's how I get over breakups every time.
I think go on dates with other people in front of this friend, and then afterwards you're going to be like, I can't date them. They saw me date all these people. It's weird.
I bet they're already doing that.
Yeah.
I'm so sure it's a boy.
It's gotta be a boy.
I mean, isn't it a joy also to have a crush on a friend?
Yeah.
It does not, even if nothing ever
Also,
happens.
they come and go.
Yes, for sure. I've had crushes on literally every one of my friends. I cannot think of one I haven't.
Like, yeah, I feel
my
like
close friends, I can't think of
tons
one.
of friends are like, well, we get along so well.
Right, exactly. You
And
gotta
then, like,
think about it at some point.
2 months later, you're like, oh yeah, remember that one day?
I was for sure so into you and like gonna kiss, but then it's like, yes, Mary, I know we've talked about this so much. So it's I think enjoy it. Enjoy the having a crush feels so good.
It's fun.
It's
you get
so
to fantasize.
fun. You get to fantasize. It's not bad to like have something that you can never act on. I love fantasy.
It's fun.
It is a joy. Makes me feel good.
Keep having the crush. Don't try to stifle it. It'll go away on its own.
Yeah, it will. And also have sex with them. Okay. Here is, I guess, one
Miami
last. Yep. Okay. So here's the question. And it's, do I move to Miami with a promotion, or do I take a demotion and stay in New York City?
This person's going to get demoted at their job?
Yeah, they work with me.
They're going to get paid less? What the fuck?
Yeah, they're going to get paid less.
What's going to happen?
Well, their department is like, I think, moving to Miami, their whole department that they work for at the company that I work for. So I think, but it's like, yeah, listen, buddy, I know you. I think you're going to have such a good time in Miami. And everyone likes you so much that you are going to be able to come back to New York and work in another department here if you want. I think that you should like go out on a limb and move to Miami. I think it would be really fun for you.
Yeah. I think you only live once. I'm assuming this person is not married and doesn't have kids.
I don't think so, no.
So it sounds like it could be fun to be like, well, I'm getting sent to Miami. Why not? For a year or two? Okay.
Yes.
And then you can come back to New York. It's not like New York is going away.
Right. Yes. And, it's easy. Luckily, we work for a company where you can spook around. What am I trying to say?
Travel?
Yeah. No, I mean like you can bippy boppy between the cities.
Transfer?
Yeah, you can transfer. You can bippity boppity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that, like Mary is saying, you only live once, and it's like you should just get around to as many cities as you possibly can. And also, like, New York is amazing, but like there is more to see of the United States of America. There's more to see of the world. There is more. You at least lived in New York for a little bit, and I'm sure you can come back. Make sure to get everybody's email addresses before you leave, including mine, and fuck off to Miami. You're going to have a great time.
Yep. Fuck off to Miami
Just
and
fuck off.
Visit New York.
Yeah, and visit. Oh, yeah, you can always visit New York. Look how many friends you have. Well, I guess did we delete it? The other ones? The other questions?
They're at the bottom.
Okay. Let's do a fun one. Okay, so which one do you want to do? How about this one? This one seems fun.
Is dog the most loyal pet?
Very good
Advice
question.
needed.
Advice needed. Is dog the most loyal pet? Yep. Well, the thing is, the most loyal, yes. The answer is yes. But here's the thing about a dog. A dog is too loyal. You don't know if it really loves you or if it's just like tethered to you by some force of nature, which is the truth.
Yeah,
They were bred to be that way.
It needs you.
It needs you.
Who
but
cares?
I love when a cat doesn't need your ass and it does whatever it wants. You get this amazing respect with a cat animal and you just love each other.
Cats smell strange.
No, they do not. They smell like milk, actually.
Okay. Milk, actually.
That's my new movie.
Let's do one more silly one.
You get to choose.
How do I make my GF's butt so big it's actually kind of fucked up?
Yeah, it's a really good question.
Well,
Mary knows about this.
I was telling Sally before, yes, I think I could speak to this because I recently had a free personal training session at Crunch.
So happy for
Attention
you.
Crunch members.
Attention.
You may have learned upon becoming a member that you get one free personal training session. It's actually wrong. You get as many as you want.
Really?
It's true because it's just the trainers need to find clients to sign up for packages. So different trainers will come up to you and say, "Hey, what's up? Have you ever worked with a trainer?" And
I would
you'll
hate
be
if
like,
somebody came up to
"Nope."
me and talked to me at a gym.
Why not?
I don't want to talk to anybody. I'm watching Star Trek.
Oh. So I had 2 personal training sessions, one with Trifine and one with Michelle. They were both
Cool.
lovely. If you want to get a package, get one with Trifine or Michelle. I'm not going to get them because it's too expensive.
Yeah, of course. not.
So Trifine and Michelle both told me without my asking that for sure, if I work hard enough at it, I can gain 20 pounds. And so
That's so funny.
So I was learning a lot about building muscle and trying to opposite of spot reduce, like spot add.
I would think it would be spot gain.
Yeah, spot gain, make gains.
Yeah, make
So
gains.
up your calories and then work out specific parts of your body.
That's so interesting, actually.
And, to an extent, you do have genetics and your fat likes to go where it goes on your body. But if you're working out your glutes and your hips and your thighs,
Mhm.
that's, you're going to build muscle there if you're upping your protein and having more calories. So that's what I would tell you to tell your girlfriend to do is eat more and do more squats.
Yeah.
And
There's also these like
use weights.
kneeling leg lifts that really, when I was working out a lot more, they made me have an insane ass. And I still kind of have an insane ass, to be honest with you.
Nice.
But they're oh shoot, I don't know what they're called. You got to get on your elbows and your knees, and then you bring one of your knees all the way up to touch your breast, and then kick it out back behind you and hold it there and squeeze your glute on that side for 2 seconds, and then bring it back in and do that 10 times on each leg, and that's 1 rep, and do 3 of them. And then you get an insane ass and everybody compliments you on it for like 3 years.
If you want it to be so big that it's actually kind of fucked up,
True, then you have to eat a lot of food, I guess.
surgery,
Oh, yeah. Or stuffing.
filler,
Yeah.
stuffing. Yeah,
What kind of surgeries do you want, Mary?
none. Well, maybe
I'll tell you about the kinds I want.
I think maybe when I'm older, I might get whatever like treatments that just like make your face look a little nicer.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? Like your skin.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Like nothing
Microdermabrasion
added or-
and like collagen and shit.
Yeah, stuff like that.
I want collagen now. I want filler in my nasolabial folds real bad. And I want
And you're where?
my nasolabial folds, they're right here.
Oh, so it gets rid of the puppet lines?
Yeah. I don't want the puppet lines. That's called nasal labial.
Okay, I'm going to get that, but not now. Maybe
I want
in
it
a couple
today.
years.
I want it tomorrow, actually. And then I want them to
That's what I got.
to buff my eyes off and just take out the skin on my eyes, if that's cool with you.
Sure. Do you want to hear something boring about me, Sally?
I would love to.
When I was younger, I had big round cheeks. And whenever I would complain and say, fat face, it's not fair.
Yeah.
I want a skinny model face. It's not fair.
Yeah. Sounds like you.
My mom and my aunts and all the grown-ups would say, shut the fuck up. Your face gets skinny when you're old.
Yes.
And you're going to be grateful that you had a fat face when you were a kid because your face won't look like a scary skeleton.
Yes.
And I have to say, they're right. I am happier with how my face has thinned out as a grown-up, but getting a little bit of the puppet lines because the cheeks.
Well, I have puppet lines too, but I also have a very thin face. Sometimes I look in the mirror and I say, oh, I look up 1,000 years old, which is why I want the filler. And I will save up and I will fucking get it, bitch.
Wow.
Not to you, to everybody else listening.
Sally, do I have a nice butt?
You have a great butt, Mary.
Thank you.
You're slim. You're just slim.
Thank you.
Yes, but you have a butt. You
That's
don't not
true.
have one.
I know. I was actually
Trust me,
fishing.
it's not flat.
I was fishing because all of my romantic partners focus exclusively on my ass, and I just wanted to get
That's
a
so
compliment.
wild. Maybe it looks better out of clothes than it looks in clothes. And you know what? And you know
it
what?
looks good in clothes.
It does look good in clothes, but I'm saying if your romantic partners are obsessed with it,
It's incredible.
they're just
ass.
they all love asses right now. They're always complimenting mine too.
In junior high, I was voted best ass.
No, there was no vote for best ass, Mary.
No, but people told me it was nice.
Mary, that sounds like something bad happened.
What? No, I mean like other junior high and high school.
Yeah,
my peers. My peers.
When you were in junior high, there were fucking high school boys telling you had
I
a
mean
nice ass.
when I was in high school.
Okay. And
People would say, "Damn, do you do sports?"
Oh,
fuck.
Nice. I would have been so
I'd
mad.
say, yes.
Yeah, I do. No, boys were really mean to me in high school and called me dyke.
Yeah, they called me that too.
They called me dyke, and they would say that when I would start talking, they would be like, "You can't talk. You can't talk. You're a fucking dyke."
Oh my God.
It was really bad.
One time.
And now I love to be a dyke, and I get cock constantly.
Oh my God. One time I was wearing a shirt in high school, and in all caps it said Pixies. And this jock that wasn't even like a real jock because he was skinny. He wasn't even like built.
Ew.
So he was like, "Does your shirt say Dykes?" And I was really epic at owning.
Yeah, you are epic at
owning
owning
bullies.
Yeah.
Reprimanding people, bullying others. That was my shit. So you know, I did the stop, stare. Do you think my shirt says Dykes? In front of the whole class.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he was so epically latered.
Wow, he got epically latered. Bring it back.
Wow.
Bring it back. I miss it. Please, Vice.
Yeah, no, should we end there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it was great. Love to talk to you. Love to give these people advice. And thank you for your advice to me.
Thank you, Sally, for your advice to me.
Signing off. I'm Devil.
I am Angel.
Forever Dog.
This has been a Forever Dog production. Executive produced by Brett Boehm, Joe Cilio, and Alex Ramsey. For more original podcasts, please visit foreverdogpodcasts.com and subscribe to our shows on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Keep up with the latest Forever Dog news by following us on Twitter and Instagram @Forever